Hello everyone and welcome to another random bits and pieces segment from my brain, and today sit a while because we are starting the 1995-1996 season as the Ottawa Senators. So prior to shooting the video I decided on who's making the team. I didn't want to kind of go through that process again. It's a lot of handwritten notes and whatnot, so that's probably extremely boring to view. So we're gonna take a look here. So this is my team that I have settled on. Keep in mind Kelly Johansson is injured. When he comes back, I am more than likely going to try to sneak Paul Cavallini through waivers. My plan of having him as my 7th defenseman last year when I signed him kind of backfired on me. It's okay, we can't always just make great decisions. So it also might not be final because teams are gonna pass players through waivers. So I definitely won't spit on a decent left winger if one shows up. So I'm gonna keep my eyes open. I'm a little thin at left wing. I I kind of like where I'm at other positions, especially on D. I think that I'm gonna get some scoring from my D. I'm not too worried about that. But having a little bit more scoring up front definitely would be something that I would like to get. I've also made a small change. I've stripped Bradshaw off of his assistant status and I gave it to Yashin. Yashin had 2 really strong seasons, and he's the future of the team as far as I'm concerned. So far, it looks pretty good. He's 21, young leader, so I gave him a A. 2 maybe surprises, maybe 3 surprises out of camp. Radek Bunk is making the team out of camp. Persvart Vadit is making the team out of camp, and Scott Walker as well. So I just got Scott Walker from in a trade. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him a shot. He's only an alpha star right now, but if you look at his ratings, he's 12s across the board, which is okay. It's not, nothing incredible, but it's okay. So we're gonna go ahead and start simming, see what happens here. So again, in net, I'm gonna have the Extol and Hebert duo. I pondered a little bit between Guy Hebert and Craig Billington for the backup role, but Hebert is just a little bit better, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep going with him. All right, so let's get going here, and let's see if we can find some hidden gems in the waiver wire here in a couple days. Alright, so those players are getting used to the team slowly. Alright, so Craig Bennington and Peter Sidorkiewicz need to clear waivers. I'm not overly worried about it. If I have an injury, I would like to have Craig Bennington in net still for me. But if he gets claimed, I won't, punch my screen or anything. Not that I would anyway. I'm a pretty chill gamer. Let's see here. Alright, so we're going to sim one day. I believe that's the day that I'm going to see all of those players on waivers. Alright. Oh, Daniel Bertium, our previous player, is on waivers. Let's see. Scott Thornton is probably the best forward that's available. Yeah. Let's see if I look at just left wingers. Oh boy, slim pickings, huh? I could try to claim Todd Krieger, Chris Lindbergh, and Vladimir Vushtek. Oh, Vushtek had some potential back in the day. He never really panned out, but could bring some scoring, maybe. You know what? I'm gonna take a flyer on Vushtek. You never know. If he doesn't pan out, he doesn't pan out. It's not like he's making a ridiculous salary. Although he's signed for 3 years, so but at that salary, I'm not overly worried about it, especially since it's not my money, so I'm not gonna fret over it. What do we have if we look at all the positions? Scott Thornton for 1 year. I'm gonna claim Scott Thornton. Why not? It's another one of those players that's maybe a little bit better defensively than offensively. Keith Jones. Now I'm gonna pass on. Oh, Damian Rhodes. Damian Rhodes, of course, used to play for the Sens in real life, so I could bring him back. I'm trying to not get all of the ex-Sens players that played in real life for the Sens. Although I will say the ones that I did like, I might try to get. Oh, James Patrick is declining. I don't see anybody that I absolutely want on the team or anything like that. I mean, I'm getting Vojtek and Scott Thornton. Do I want Keith Jones? Or Damian Rhodes? Damian Rhodes is signed for a couple years. Let's get Damian Rhodes. Alright, so I made 3 claims. Let's see if I get them. Alright, so I pick... so Vojtek is coming. Damian Rhodes is coming. And Scott Thornton is coming. Okay, so I got them all. Alright, so the NHL preview for this coming season. Stanley Cup favorites appear to be Detroit. With Steve Yzerman, of course, the late Brian Murray as the GM. Craig Patrick's Pittsburgh Penguins, and Colorado with Joe Sakic. So Detroit, Pittsburgh, and Colorado seem to be the favorites to win the Cup. With the Rangers being a dark horse. Mario Lemieux, Wayne Gretzky, and Teemu Selanne should fight for the scoring race. Brian Leach, Ray Bourque, and Chris Chelios are going to be fighting for the Norris. And for the Vezina, we're going to have Patrick Roy, Martin Brodeur, and Ed Belfour. Of course, those are predictions. It might not happen that way during the season, especially when there's trades and injuries and whatnot. Alright, so... Alright, Scott Thornton. Here, I have number 18. Alright, you can have number 23. Nobody has it. Alright, so now I have to decide on who I'm sending down. So I got 3 players. So I'm going to send Damian Rhodes down. I'm already taking him for insurance. I think I'm gonna send Zwartvadet and Bank down. Or let's see, 12, 13, 13, 12. I'm gonna send Radek Bank down and Scott Walker. So we're gonna keep Zwartvadet. My main reason for keeping him over Radek Bank is that he's a year older. So we're gonna have Radek Bank continue to develop in the minors, and then we're gonna have Zwartvadet up. I don't expect him to play all that much anyway, but I mean, we'll see what the coach decides to do. Right, so of course, Radek Bank and Scott Walker are waiver exempt because they're rookies, so the only one that has to go through waivers is Damian Rhodes. which I just picked up. Okay, so Paul Cavallini wants to change his number to 14. Sure, you can have it. Nobody else has it. So, if that makes you happy, buddy, you can have it. Alright, so Kelly Johansson is going to be coming back in about 2 weeks. So, he's going to miss about, 2 weeks? He's going to miss like, 3 or 4 games maybe? Alright, let's get started. So the first game of the season is at home against the Buffalo Sabres. So let's take a look at them. I don't think we've played them in the preseason. So of course they're still led by Dominik Hasek in net. He's 30 years old, so right in his prime. Darren Pupa is still there, backup. He's down to a 1-star now. So Doug Bodger, Keith Carney, Grant Ledyard, Jason Woolley. So they still have Marty McSorley that they did get in a trade a couple of seasons ago. Ken Sutton, Peter Svoboda, Dave Andreychuk, James Black, Brad May, Randy Wood, Robbie Skurlich, Annan Howardchuk, Steve Konowalchuk, Pat LaFontaine, Donald Odette, Jason Duh. So, for the most part, it's pretty much the Sabres. Those are pretty much all Sabres players. Biggest exception would be Marty McSorley here. Let's see if we can win against them. I think we can do okay this season. We'll see. Alright, so... Okay. Yeah, Yashin might be feeling a little bit alone there up front with his 17, playing with 2 14s. McIver, Zalapsky, Paul Cavallini, Amarlik Zvela Shaw. So, yeah. It's looking pretty good. I mean, we don't have a great firepower up front. I'm missing like a gold scorer to put with Yashin or something like that. But, I mean, definitely, I think it's better than what the Sens had in real life. I mean, they did finish last that year, so... Let's see if we can do better than that. Alright. Oh, we're sending Guy Hébert for the first game of the season against Buffalo. And we're starting with a 4-4 tie, so... Alright, so we don't know if we're starting good or bad on the season. It's a tie. We'll take it. 4-4 tie. Now, let's see. We were outshot 49-44 first game of the season. Yeah, I guess defense was not on point, maybe. Lots of shots. So, Degg. Ooh, Alexander Degg, first star with 3 assists. That's pretty good. Steve Konowalchuk was the second star with 2 assists. And Alexei Yashin, a goal and an assist. 3rd star. So, Buffalo opened the scoring, and we came back. Norm McIver scored on the power play from Degg and Yashin. Zardy Zalewski scored from Robert Zvel. So my defensemen are getting points, just like I said was going to happen. Norm McIver with another goal, assisted by Degg, and Yashin on the power play from Degg again. So just like I kind of predicted, our D is providing us with some offense. And McIver with a 2-goal performance, that's pretty good. Alright, Zino Ciccarelli has played in 1,000 games. Nice little milestone. Timo Jutila for Montreal had a great game. He had 3 goals. A hat-trick for Timo. Great night for Kirk Muller in the same game. He had a goal and 4 assists. Excellent passing leads to productive night for Alexei Zamnov, who had 4 assists in a game against the Dallas Stars. Alright, so now we have almost a week off, which is good because we have Kelly Johansson that's hurt, so that gives him the time to come back and not miss too many games. I have to admit I have never quite understood why October is always the lightest month as far as scheduling goes in the NHL. It's the first month of the season. Usually your players are pretty well rested and everything, but it's always the month where teams play the least amount of games for some reason. I'm not sure why. Is it like because hockey is supposed to be played during winter or something? I really don't know. Bancroft is on waivers. I mean, I'm not going to pick him up. Now I do have room on my contracts, so I can pick up players this year if I want to. I just don't want to right now. Yeah, if I look, I have, 43? I should. Yep, 43 contracts, so I can pick up 7 players if I want. Alright, Jimmy McCown is suspended for 3 games. So the Maple Leafs defenseman, I'm going to miss a few games. Mark Messier extends his streak to 8 games. So, against the Jets, pretty good little streak going. Oh, Paul Coffey scored his 400th goal with a goal and an assist performance against the Canucks. So, Coffey is still pretty good. Oh yeah, he had 59 points in 48 games last year, and now he has 5 points in 3 games so far. Good players are going to be good. Alright, and now finally, we are playing a game. It's October 13th, and we are playing in Florida, so little Florida trip going. Alright, so the Panthers are 1-2. They have 2 points, so they have more points than us. Of course, they have played 2 more games. Let's take a look at them. Oh, they have quite a few injuries there. So Van Meesbroek and Fizet net again. So Seaman Finn, Kenny Janssen, good defenseman. So that's a good pickup for them. Gusarov, Bill Older, Bobby Dallas, Dykhouse, Peter Klimek, Nathan Lafayette, Ilonen, Dan Kessa. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty much the same story for the Panthers. Good goaltending, okay defense, and they're just horrible up front. They really don't have a whole lot. Alright, let's see if we can win this. Sending Guébert again. Oh, is Guébert stealing the starter job from Ron Extall? A little goalie controversy in Ottawa. And we lost 5-2 against a shitty offense. That's concerning. Alright, so let's see. We were outshot 34-17 against a shoddy offense. I don't like that. Dan Kessa, first star, 2 goals. Lethera, 2 assists, second star. Kenny Janssen, an assist, third star. Who scored for us? Jamie Baker from Yashin and Deg. And Brunet from Jodiel and Zardy Zalewski. So Deg is having a good start to the season, but we are not. Oh, Barry Trotz is angry because the media is mean to the Oilers with their 0-3 start to the season. And Stefan Ostorff has been suspended in Washington. He's going to miss the next 3 games. There was no stopping Jaromir Jagr, who had 3 goals and an assist against the Mighty Ducks. Wow, yeah, 7-0 win. That's pretty good. If you're a Pens fan. Mario Lemieux was a memorable game. 2 goals and 4 assists. Wow. Dmitry Mironov suspended. So the Maple Leafs lose another defenseman to suspension, this time for 7 games. Wow. Mark Messier didn't get an assist against the Maple Leafs, so his streak ended at 8 games. Oh, and there was a trade between the Rangers and the Flyers. Wow, you don't see those in real life too often. They're division rivals. Oh. So Philadelphia's getting Mike Gartner, and then the rights to defenseman Mike Martin. So Gartner is still a 2.5-star player, and the Rangers are getting Dmitry Yushkevich and Andre Payet. So really, it's Gartner for Yushkevich mostly. So Flyers are trying to get some goal scoring by getting the veteran Mike Gartner, and they're sacrificing a young D in Dmitry Yushkevich to the Rangers. Interesting deal. Again, it's not superstars that being dealt, but that kind of changes a little bit the layout of the league. I like that. All right, we are now playing in Tampa Bay. Tampa is 1-1-1 for the season so far. They have a guy that showed up having eaten too many hot dogs again, coming to camp. So they don't have great goaltending. They have Wendell Young and Pat Jablonski in net. On D, they have Sean Chambers, Crossman, John Slaney, McBain, Joricki, Taglianizzi, Brent Gretzky, Rob Zamir, Erlen Barry, Brian Bradley, Marc Bureau, Creighton, Chris Gratton, Ken Hodge, Damon Langkow, Danton Cole. They don't have a great team. We really should be able to win this. Yeah, it looks like we're riding Guieba as the starter. That's very surprising, especially since I just signed Extol to that extension that's almost $1 million a year. Well, if we start getting results, I'm not going to complain. I don't really mind. Alright, we won this game 4-1, so first win of the season happened on the road in Tampa. Let's see here. Ooh, tight defensive game. We outshot them 25-20. And there weren't a whole lot of penalties either. Penalty minutes were pretty low. So the first star went to Yashin, 2 goals and an assist. Again, I believe Yashin is going to be a workhorse for us. Norm McIver, second star, a goal and an assist. And Hammerdick with an assist is the third star. So McIver scored on a power play in the first from Zalapsky and Yashin. Then Jamie Baker from Hammerdick and Scott Thornton. Then Yashin from Norm McIver, and then Yashin on the power play and in an empty net from Degg and Lonely Loge. So Degg again is picking up a point. Is he going to turn a corner? Is he going to develop? Stay tuned. Oh, Doug Crossman played his 1000th game against us. So nice little milestone for the veteran. Right, we have a few days off before we play against Calgary, and Calle Johansson might be back. Rick Tabaracci and Murray Barron are being sent through waivers, so looks like Philly got rid of Dmitry Yushkevich, and now they're trying to pass Murray Barron through waivers. They must feel very confident in their D over there or something. I don't really want Murray Barron. He's a good defensive defenseman, but I'm pretty much set on left D. Wayne Gretzky scored his 900th goal in his career with a 1-goal performance against the Canucks. So, of course, the great one's going to be great. Great night for Bob Probert. Wow, Bob Probert decided to stop punching faces, and he decided to score goals with a 3-goal performance. That's pretty good. I mean, Bob Probert was yes, he was an enforcer and everything, but he could play, so definitely. All right. Oh, Gaetan Duchesne played in his 1000th game with the Blackhawks. That's good. Brendan Shanahan has points in 12 straight games. So. Oh, Brian Rolston hurt his back, helping a friend move. All right. Dave Andreychuk lights the lamp with a hat-trick 3 goals against the Oilers. No stopping Matt Sundin. Hat-trick as well. 3 goals for Matt Sundin, who now plays for the Avalanche. Stefan Ustorf suspension is now over. And Thomas Sandstrom scored his 300th goal of his career with a goal against the Flyers. Alright, we are now playing against Calgary. Calgary is 3-1-1. So let's take a look at their team. So they still have Mike Vernon in net and Mikhail Stalenkov as the backup. Joel Bouchard is one of the demons. Sammy Elenius, Gary Suter, Drew Bannister, Stephen Alco, Jamie Eward, Al McInnes. Okay. Oh, they have Jeff Lazaro. So former Ottawa Senator Jeff Lazaro now playing for Calgary. Paul Ryan, Gary Roberts, Everett Sanipass. Corey Silman. Okay. They have a decent team. Not going to be easy. They do have quite a few really good players, so we'll have to see if we can do something here. Finally sending Ron Extall in net, and they're sending Stalenkov, their backup. We lost 3-2. Okay. I was kind of expecting a loss in that game. Calgary's pretty good. They outshot us 32-24, so not too bad. Robert Reichel, first star, a goal and an assist. Jamie Baker, a second star with a goal. And Paul Ranaheim, third star with an assist. Alexander Degg scored from Yashin and Lonnie Loach. And then Jimmy Baker from Jody Hall. So Degg is not having a bad season at all so far. Pears Vartvadit improves at right wing. Alright, and again we're playing in a couple days. Brendan Shanahan points in 13 straight. Alright, so Kelly Johansson is almost back. I really want for him to make his season debut with us. He's my big signing over the summer. Mario Lemieux extends his goal streak to 5 with a goal against the Waiters. Jamie McCown is back from suspension. And we are now playing in New Jersey against the Devils. Devils are 2-2-2. And of course they have Brother in net with Chris Terry. Scott Stevens might play hurt. And then Brian Rolston, of course, hurt his back helping a friend move. He's not going to play against us. Who else do they have? Steve Sullivan starting his career. Alright. We might lose this game. We're going back with Gieberg in net. We lost in overtime, 3-2. Let's see. We were outshot 39-27. Tom Chorsky, first star with an assist. Alexander Degg again. Wow, 2 assists. Second star, Ken Daneko. Third star with a goal. So Lonely Loach scored his first goal of the season from Yashin and Degg. Then Yashin on the power play from Degg, but then in overtime, Ken Daneko scored. Now Persvard improves at right wing. Okay. So Persvard, the winger, might be a thing. Troy Loney not suspended in Pittsburgh. Red light stays on for Jaromir Jagr with 3 goals and an assist in a tie against the Kings. Mario Lemieux scored a goal. That's goals in 6 straight. Brendan Shannon extends his point streak to 14 games with a goal and 2 assists against the Blackhawks. And I believe Kelly Johansson's going to come back after this game. Ron Extall is going to play. Rangers are sending Trevor Kidd. I forgot to look at their team. We know they have Dmitry Yuskevich. Oh, we won 4-3 against the Rangers. That's pretty good. We were outshot 41-35. Daniel Alfredson was the first star with a 2-goal performance. Doug Waite for the Rangers, second star, 2 assists. Zardy Zalapsky, third star with an assist. So Scott Thornton scored his first goal in a Sens uniform and first goal of the season from Zalapsky. Roman Amerlik scored from Yashin. Alfredson on the power play from Lonely Loach and Alexei Yashin. And Alfredson from Sean Podine and Mike Sillinger. So who did they have? So they have Jeff Bukeboom, Brian Leach, Trentiani, Karpovtsev, Yushkevich, Sergei. Oh, that right side is pretty good. It's also, I'm pretty sure Yushkevich is Russian. I think they're all Russian. Dean McCammon, Mark Macy, Tadelik, Yamachinov. They have a pretty good team. So it's a pretty good win for us. Alright, Brendan Shannon extends his point streak to 15 games with an assist against the Sabres. And Kelly Johansson is ready to come back. We are going to address that right now. So, injury list. Alright, and like I said, I think that the one that's going to be sent down is Paul Cavallini. He has no points. He also has no penalty minutes. That's a big improvement for him, but he's also at -6 so far. So there you go. There was no stopping Valery Kamensky. Oh God, Colorado won 9-2 against Anaheim. So Kamensky had 4 goals and 1 assist for 5 points. Oh, Gretzky is hurt against Montreal with a bruised collarbone, so it's just a day-to-day injury. Oh God, that was a violent game against Montreal. Paul Coffey is out for 5 months. Yikes, that's gonna hurt the Kings. So the Kings might be looking for a defenseman or something. They won the game 2-1. So, alright, we're playing Detroit. They're really good. They are 7-1. Let's take a look at their team. Yeah, they're set in net with Osgood and Andy Moog, Steve Chiasson, of course. died tragically in real life. Nick Lidstrom, Dan McGillis, Konstantinov, Jan Moran. Konstantinov was also a tragedy. Todd Richards, Neil Wilkinson, Burr, Almanen, Kozlov, Probert, Heiselberg, Keith Primo, Steve Eiserman. Yeah, they're definitely better than us. I am not expecting us to win this game, but of course we never know. It happens on the ice, they say. Alright, back with Guilbert. Facing Andy Moog. We lost 4-1. I was kind of expecting that. And of course the shots, 52-18 for the Red Wings. So no matter how much I try to improve my defense, I seem to be having a lot of problems with the shots allowed. So Keith Primo, first star with a goal and an assist. Kozlov with a goal and an assist, second star. And Fedorov, third star with 2 assists. And our goal was scored by Sean Podine from Daniel Alfredson and Mike Sinninger. Alright, Alexei Kovalev extends his goal streak to 5 games. So scored in 5 straight. Kelly Johansson is fully healed. Oh, there's been a trade between Tampa Bay and Detroit. Stephen Leach is going to Tampa Bay for Adam Creighton. Okay. I guess it's just one of those deals where they're swapping bottom 6 players. Next game is against the Los Angeles Kings, who are without Paul Coffey. Brendan Shanahan extends his point streak to 16 games, so Shanahan has a pretty nice streak going. Let's look at the Kings before we play them. So Paul Coffey is hurt. Wayne Gretzky is not going to play either. Wow, we actually might win this. They still have a good team. They still have Rob Blake, Zitnik, Luc Robitaille. Oh, that's interesting. Luc Robitaille is the captain. Gretzky is not. Alright. Not going to be an easy game. So the Kings have a little bit of an older team. Lots of players in their 30s on it. Alright, Guilbert against Kelly Rudy. And the Kings are 3-2-3. We lost in overtime again, 5-4. So we put up a good fight, but overtime has not been kind to us. We were outshot 35-34. And Luc Robitaille, first star, 2 goals and an assist. Yashin, second star, a goal and 2 assists. And Robert Lang, third star, a goal and an assist. So Brunet scored from Mike Slinger. Kelly Johansson scored from Tommy Shodin and Alexei Yashin. Yashin from Zalewski and All. Daigle on the power play from Brunet and Yashin. And those were all of our goals. Suspension for Mike McPhee. So Mike McPhee of the Stars has been suspended for 6 games. Joe Mullen has scored 500 goals in his career. That's pretty impressive. Mario Lemieux extends his goal streak to 7 games. So he scored a goal against the Islanders. Ooh, Brian Bradley is out for 4 months. That's going to hurt the Lightning. That's one of their best players. So 4 months injury for Brian Bradley. Alexei Kovalev extends his goal streak to 6 games. Of course, Kovalev was really good. Just had that reputation of being lazy or something. But he produced pretty much everywhere he went, except the Sens. He didn't produce with us. Okay, so we're not doing all that hot, really. And we have 2 games left in October. So we're playing the Panthers again. We've looked at them already, so we're not gonna look at them. So we have 2 games in 2 days coming, one at home against Florida and then on the road against the Flyers. Brendan Shannon extends his point streak to 17 games. So 17 games with a point for Shannon. And there's been a trade between the Devils and the Flyers. So the Flyers making a trade right before playing us. Wow. So New Jersey gets Brian Benning and Dominic Roussel. And the Flyers get Yaroslav Modry and Steve Brûlé. So I think the Flyers got the best of that one. Modry is only 24 and he's going to get better. Yep. It looks like there's a little bit more trading this season than there's been in the previous seasons. I like it. Alright, so can we win against the Panthers this time? It's a tie, 2-2. I guess we'll take it. So, let's see. We outshot them 29-20, so that doesn't look too bad. Daniel Alfredson was the first star with a goal. Tony Herkus was the second star with a goal and an assist. And Benoit Brunet with an assist, third star. Oh, all the scoring happened in the first period. So Alfredson scored from Brunet and Jimmy Baker. And Zalewski on the power play from Norm McIver. Memorable game for Pat Falloon. Pat Falloon had a hat-trick, 3 goals. Derek King has a strong game with 3 goals as well. Hat-trick for Derek King. And then LA is reinstating the Team Kangaroo court. So Kelly Rudy is going to catch a young one. Maybe Robert Lang. He's kind of young. Alright, playing in Philly against the Flyers. The Flyers are 5-4. Let's take a look at their team. So they have Brian Boucher and Jason Curry in net. So they have no goaltending whatsoever. Of course, I mention it almost every time that I look at the Flyers, but that's been the story of their life for a very long time. The Flyers always had problems in net. Gerald Deduck, Gary Galley, Brett Hedican, Modry. Oh god, they have a really good D. They really do. That's a decent defense there. Andre Lomakin, Ojanen, Prospel, Brennamore, Wolves, and then a collection of right wingers. Paslowski, Audrey. Where? Eric Lindros is hurt. I was like, there's a center missing there. Alright, they have a pretty strong team. We might lose that game. Sending Gieberg in net. Oh, we actually won. We won 6-3 too. It's a pretty good game, and looks like Kelly Johansson is suffering from the same brain aneurysm that Ron Extall is, because Kelly Johansson is wearing his Capitals jersey on the road. So, looks like it's a bug that needs to be addressed. So they outshot us 42-36, but we still managed to win. So Mike Sillinger, first star with a goal and 3 assists. That's a pretty good game. Jamie Baker, second star, 2 assists. And Zardy Zalewski, third star with a goal and an assist. Sean Podine from Kelly Johansson and Mike Sillinger. Kevin Todd from Mike Sillinger and Kelly Johansson. Sillinger from Zardy Zalewski. Zalewski from Ed Ronan and Jamie Baker. Norm McIver from Mike Sillinger and Lonnie Loach. And finally, Ed Ronan in an empty net from McIver and Jamie Baker. So Yashin didn't really do anything. That's interesting. Was not his game. Dmitry Mironov is back from his super long suspension that he got 7 games. Brendan Shannon got a point again. Actually 2. He got 2 goals. So he's up to 18 games with a point. And as usual, we're going to go ahead and finish the month. Strong night for Pavel Bure. He had a hat trick, 3 goals. Alright, and one more. Alright. Development report. So let's see here. Yeah, Brian McCabe needs to start getting better. I was so excited to get him in that trade, and he's taking a long time to develop. Well, he's only 20, I mean, it's not the end of the world. Alright, so we finished the month at 3-5-2 for 8 points. That's definitely not great, but it's not completely horrible either. Byron Defoe was the guy that stepped on the Kings logo, and oh wow, Jason Curry was named the goaltender of the month, and Mario Lemieux the player of the month in the NHL. So we're facing the Whalers next. Actually, we played them at least 3 times this month. That's something. So we are 11th. And we have played pretty much the average amount of games in October with 10 games. Washington and Tampa Bay are behind us. So we're going to need to do better here. So let's take a look at our stats for the month. So as usual, Yashin was the big leader for the team with 14 points in 10 games. Deg is having a good season. He's a point per game, 9 points in 9 games. Zardy Zalewski, pretty good, 8 and 10. McIver, 7 and 10. That's pretty good. Sillinger had that one game where that kind of boosted his stats. So 7 points in 10 games, and then starts dwindling down. So Vojtek is not really doing much of anything. So that pickup is not really doing much of anything. Scott Thornton has 2 points and 28 minutes of penalty. That's kind of his game. Let's look at the league leaders. So Jagger is first with 13 goals in 8 games so far. Pretty good. Mario Lemieux has 16 assists. So Lemieux is the best scorer with 25 points. We don't have anybody in there. Shots, we don't have anybody plus minus. Jamie Baker is a +9. He's 6th in the league. Not a stat I necessarily believe in, but alright. Let's look at team attendance. Am I doing better? I'm still doing horribly. I don't know what to do. $6,695. I mean, Even the Panthers are getting more people in the stands than I am. Is it because I don't have enough like star players on the team or something? Of course, if we could start winning, that would help. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and call this a video, so we're going to go ahead and save that here. As usual, thank you for tuning in, and if you've liked the video, feel free to like and subscribe. That's always appreciated, and until I roll this game again, see you guys next time. Thank you.